everybody. Welcome to the Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where we watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball, then come onto the podcast to talk about it in a fun and comedic way. We're really excited to jump into this week's episode. It's a very special episode, but before we do that, we've got to do something called Kame Housekeeping. And the first item of Kame Housekeeping is we got to do that very fun 1 minute roundup.
It's cold wind out. Just here by myself, I suppose. The moon bright. The cows right. Listen to them moo in their sleep. There's Gladys. She's got a deviated septum, but can't afford the surgery. There's Cal Larry. Cal Mo.
No, I couldn't get to Cal Curly.
No, we couldn't. And
scene. So that's just a little Western scene warm up that we do to get our improv muscles warmed up and limbered up, so we're ready to dive into any conversation that may happen either in this reality or the improv realm as we get into our discussion. So now we're going to get into the 1 minute roundup proper, and this time it's Aaron's turn. Aaron's got 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball up until this point. Notice I said Dragon Ball. We're encompassing the entire span of it.
You've read the episode title. You know what we're doing today. I don't know why we're being coy about it.
I want to be coy.
All right, we'll be coy a little bit longer, but I will say normally in our regular scheduling, I'd only be talking about the original run of Dragon Ball here, but I'm going to go all the way up to a certain event that happened this past week. So good luck to me, because I've never done it this far before.
And Aaron, you have one Vince tag. If you need Vince to tag in, you just say Vince tag, and I'll jump in and finish it up. Yeah, you see the button there?
It's got your beautiful face, and then a word balloon popped up like, "Hey, bud. If you need help, just hit this button."
Yeah.
Parentheses, don't hit it too hard.
That was most of 2019's budget.
Yeah. The button budget on this show, it's unruly.
I mean, look, that Canon, not Nick Cannon button. I mean, we've gone through R&D on that bad boy, and every year we get a new one. So I decided to split the budget. So
they get smaller.
They get smaller. They get a lot smaller.
And they come in 3 colors now.
They're all bad colors, too.
They're all weird pastels. All right, enough stalling. All right, all of Dragon Ball up until this point. I'm going to fuck it up real bad, but here we go.
Godspeed.
In 3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball. The main premise is that there are 7 magic crystal balls that if you collect them all, you get any wish you want. And it mainly stars Goku, who's a little monkey boy. And he had all these adventures growing up, fighting armies and other people. Basically, his whole thing is that he's just always trying to get stronger and better. Turns out he's actually an alien, and he has to fight his alien relatives, his alien brother, a guy named Vegeta, who is his alien, I guess, ruler. And they fight, but then they become friends. Then they go to a different planet to get Dragon Balls because they're everywhere else, and he fights Frieza, who is a little jerk. But he beats him up. But then he gets all of his enemy friends together normally, and that's how they beat up everyone else. And then I guess every universe is in danger. And so they have to go to a tournament to see who can be the best universe. And they end up saving everyone again. And also, it's not just enough to be an alien. You can also be a super alien, or then a god alien or super god alien. And that's where we're at.
Woo! Aaron, I commend your efforts. If you are sitting there and being like, well, Aaron barely said anything. One, that's rude. Aaron worked very hard on that.
Yeah, count my words per minute.
Count those words per minute, and let's see if you could do better. And 2, Aaron took on the task of summarizing the entire series of Dragon Ball.
Some things that I have yet to actually see.
Things we have not seen but heard tale of. And that's because today we are talking about one of the coolest things to have happened in 2019 thus far.
Oh, man, yeah.
That is the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie finally got released as of January 16th in the States. And boy, oh boy, do we have feels about it. And we are so excited to talk to you guys about it. I believe, Aaron, we both saw it on the same night. And we're going to get into...
I dare say the same time.
I think it was relatively the same time.
I saw your Force ghost behind me. You were very rude.
I was yelling at the screen.
Well, that's fine. I expect that in these type of situations.
Exactly.
If you go to a Dragon Ball movie in a theater and you're mad at people for clapping, yelling, being excited, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, you should go see a Pixar film.
I just want to see the person like, psh, hey, we're all trying to watch this. And your exuberant applauses at each transformation is not helping the experience. Like that.
Woo! What's wrong, bro? We're all watching Dragon Ball. This is how we watch it.
I've always watched it very quietly in my room, alone, with noise-canceling headphones, a single kernel of popcorn, as you see I have here. I eat half at the beginning and then half at the end.
Hey, you're not even watching the movie anymore.
Oh no, I've become what I hate. What just happened?
Oh man, you missed it.
I missed that part?
Yeah, you missed that part where Golden Frieza just got the shit kicked out of him by Broly. And so I will end scene on that. We'll end scene on that.
And again, for those of you that are new, you can expect these sort of improvised diversions.
Yes.
So don't panic. They're here for you in your entertainment, hopefully, and then we'll get back to that discussion. Don't worry.
Yeah. And they're also there for our entertainment. And I think in this instance will help relive the moments that we're talking about in the theater, because when you go see a movie like this, it's a full-on experience. It's like if you're a super Harry Potter fan and you go at midnight to see all the Harry Potter movies, and some people are dressed up and some people aren't. Now that's a more polite audience. I'll give you that. But look,
well, they're school children.
They're children. There are more school children there.
They're movies about going to school.
Yeah, they're tame by nature. This is wildness.
Born free like Goku.
Born free like Goku. God, I can't wait for Ford to take that and run with it for their new line of trucks. Ford, born free like Goku.
I'm a simple man. I like 2 versions of Super Saiyan, and that's it. I like my Dragon Balls non-Namekian.
And with the all-new Ford Goku, you can get that in spades. The Ford Goku is the fastest, lightest, and nimblest Ford model yet, with 2 gate steps and enough engine power to fire your own Kamehameha wave out the grill. Ford, built for Goku's freedom.
If your Ford ever breaks down, just pop it in the gravity chamber provided, let it go for a couple minutes, and it'll train itself like new.
The new Ford Goku even runs organically on sensu beans. 1 bean will keep you a tank full for 10 whole days.
Just ask your friends for their energy. That's what powers our Ford.
Low mileage leases start at $19.95 for all Ford Gokus. And scene.
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of that.
Yeah, that happens on the reg if you're new to the podcast. If you're not new to the podcast, just put your hands behind your head, sit back wherever you are, and take it all in, baby. Yeah. Because I'm hype AF to talk about not only my experience, but the movie itself, how it made me feel, and all that jazz. But yeah, let's talk about our in-theater experiences.
Way more packed than I thought it would be.
Same here. I got there very early because that's what I do at movies. Mm-hmm. I get there early. I went by myself.
As did I.
I like to sit against the wall in movie theaters. I like to sit against the wall. And,
Really?
for a long time, there was nobody in my row. And I was like, oh, this is going to be sad if like this isn't fully attended. All I had to do was wait. And that theater got packed. What was like the audience makeup in your theater? Like how diverse was that group, either in age or whatever categories?
I saw a few families, mostly dudes, probably your age.
Yeah, I'd say
But
so.
everyone was rocking some sort of merch. The green hair from Hot Topic
Came out in spades.
to double up on being a nerd. I went and saw it in Monroeville, which is in the theaters at the mall where they shot the original Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
And the reason I did that was, well, it was cheaper. And I got to see it in Cinemark XD, which I believe is just their fancy word for IMAX.
okay.
I think that's like their version of IMAX because the screen was gigantic.
Oh, that's cool. I did not have that experience. I felt a little gypped. I went to.
Couldn't find an IMAX.
No, I thought about it, but I kind of wanted somewhere that was close by. I did find it really, really cool because usually these movies, they get like a weekend run. And like looking at when I wanted to go see it, there were times all day on the 16th at multiple theaters in New York City and New Jersey. And the IMAX ones were a lot farther away from me. So I decided to go for a standard screening. I didn't have a problem with screen size. It was still larger than life, the experience. But yeah, I think IMAX could have sent it over the edge for me, just in terms of like sound and all that kind of stuff. My theater, I think it was really diverse in age group. I'm in New York, so that's like, I think where I was, there's probably a lot of crossover. There's a lot of different neighborhoods with different makeups that are coming to the same theater from like all the way uptown and like Harlem and then Midtown East and even the Upper East Side and Upper West Side coming over to see this movie. So I sat behind a row of what was like teens. Like I said, directly behind some teens. There were a lot of people my age. There were also a lot of people of color at this screening, which was exciting and fun to feel represented in that way. But yeah, there were some people with green hair, not a ton of merch. It was a little cold that night, so everybody had their jackets on.
Yeah.
But the conversations that were being had were so fun to eavesdrop on. Just like guys in their 40s. Like, yes, overwhelming majority of, I think both audiences were male. But there were, I saw some dads with their kids.
Yeah, there are a bunch. Yeah, there's a good bit of families too, which I thought was like, yes.
Yeah, I thought that was really
I
great.
like that.
There were, equal parts people there by themselves and in large groups, medium-sized groups. Some of them got a little rowdy, but look, I wouldn't change it for the world. And yeah, it was great. I was sitting next to somebody who was waiting for a friend to show up. He was Skyping on the phone with them while the movie was starting because they were late. He had it on Skype video so they could hear the audio, but he had it like in his lap, and like as the trailers started, he goes, "All right, y'all, shut up, don't speak, don't speak, or you're gonna ruin it." He said, "Don't speak," and it was so cool because I was like, this person is so into making sure that they like everybody's into this in that way that it was cool to be a part of it.
Did they make it there?
Yeah, they made it there, I think, a couple minutes in. Yeah, it was one of those things where a lot of people like sat down thinking they had more time. And they're like, yo, send so-and-so to get some popcorn. And so the person that got popcorn would be in line. And because there were so many people in the theater that night, because they had 2 sold-out showings, they were like, yo, text him, get him back here. The movie started. It's like, we don't need popcorn. We got Goku. Like, we don't need popcorn. Like, stuff like that. And it was
That's not in the Goku spirit. Goku would be like, no, we need, what are you talking to? No, we need fucking popcorn. Let's go.
Yeah, but man, oh man, everything about going in, like, I don't know if you got, like, at my theater, they had little, like, leave behind cards for you when you came in.
Yeah, we got those.
Yeah, and I thought that was nice and fun. You got to take something away from the viewing.
It was just pure energy. Everyone was so excited and happy.
Yes.
To be doing this particular thing.
Mm-hmm. It felt like all of us in the theater were waiting for this to happen for Dragon Ball.
It's big. People were taking notice.
Yeah,
It only means good things.
Look, we had Goku in the Thanksgiving Day parade this year promoting this movie. Like, people in the theater freaked out when they saw Funimation come up in like the
there was when it first popped up.
Yeah,
it was like
the Funimation
like,
logo.
like
People were excited just to see that.
Every transformation got applause.
Yes,
not just the fusion transformations, but
every power up.
Every I was like, guys, we've seen him. Not again being an old man. Like, guys, we've seen him go Super Saiyan before. We know this is like a very minor stepping stone at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how discerning your audience was, but my audience was oohing and awing on every big hit. Like in that first scene where Goku and Vegeta are sparring, like when they are just clashing, people are like, "Ooh!"
Well, that's when the animation got good.
Yeah, that's when the animation kicked in. But
all right, we should hold those horses, take them back to the roundup.
Right.
Get.
Yeah, shoot.
Can't you see we don't want you here no more?
Just get out of here and don't look back.
Now that the horses are gone.
Thank God. Nosy ass horses.
Overall, what did you think?
Overall,
initial
reaction.
Had about a week to stew on it.
I'm still really into this movie. It is one of my favorite anime movies that I've ever seen, if not my favorite. I know that like not everybody's super hot on the story, and maybe now that a week has gone by, there are people like nitpicking it a little bit. But I have to say, for me in this moment, with a lot of the other things that have been happening in the entertainment industry, it's given me this kind of like buildup of experiences that I feel like has culminated in seeing this movie. Because like we got My Hero, Two Heroes, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, all this other like really cool and unique inclusive media properties that have come out. And I think Dragon Ball is I think that way for me. Like in watching Into the Spider-Verse and seeing a Black Spider-Man on screen, huge deal. And not only was that, I think, done well, but they managed to put it into this really artful, creative, expressive package that I had never seen before. And then Dragon Ball is like, oh, hey, Vince, we're still seeing you in this industry. We want you to keep coming to the theater. Because before this year, I really hadn't gone out and wanted to go see a bunch of movies before. And like I had this marked on my calendar since it was teased. You know what I mean? Same thing for Spider-Verse, and same thing after I, fell in love with My Hero. I was like, I have to go see these. I have to be a part of this and get that feeling of like when I was 10 and everybody watched Goku transform into a Super Saiyan. And then the next day at school, we're all just in a circle screaming, trying to go Super Saiyan. Like, that's what it felt like sitting in that theater. I was like, are we going to bring this place down because everybody's like pounding on the walls and screaming and like all this other stuff?
Jeez.
Like,
man, I feel like you had a rowdier crowd than I did.
I'm not going to lie. My crowd was almost too rowdy at points. Like I said, there were a lot of men of color there and they were using very colorful language. And when they, that scene from the trailer where Goku is like warming up, looking at Broly on that like ice pillar or whatever, somebody goes, and you might want to bleep this out, Aaron. Like as the music's swelling and like you see Goku and his eyes are closed and his eyes open and he gets that serious look on his face. This guy like 2 rows behind me goes, "Fuck that nigga up!" and the crowd went crazy for that. Like absolutely insane. And like then the fight started and like everybody was just losing their minds. There's so much energy. It was so alive in that moment and in that theater. So like that's adding to why I feel like this movie is going to be important for me in a larger sense of like entertainment. It's just like this is one of the things I'll always remember is going to see Dragon Ball Super Broly the day it came out, January 16th, 2018.
Never got it right.
Never got it right once, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know. You threw out enough dates that you'll always remember.
It's it's an anagram of a date that I have to put together in my mind, memento style.
There's like 4 different mimetic devices I'm using to try and remember.
I'll never forget. January 4th, 2017, the day Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. That's so embarrassing.
I liked it a lot. I know that in anime movies that are based off TV shows, there are a lot of things that they have to recap, that they have to, I feel like they have to be a little more exposition-y. And, you know, and there are things from the show that they have to like hit and show. And we talked about this in when we watched My Hero, like, okay, here are like the hits from the show, all the bits that everyone loves. I guess I'm always like, if it's a movie, give me all the new stuff. But once we got into like the actual fighting of Broly, I was like, okay, I am in.
Right.
I am locked in. Let's see where all this is going. And even all like the Broly stuff before that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I liked, because this is the first time, and they're officially saying that Broly is now canon in this universe. In the other movies, it was always like a side story that was non-canonical, not really related to the story at all, didn't feed into like the overall saga or whatever. Those were just nice stories that they wanted to tell. But this one, now that they brought it into canon, I really liked getting to see Planet Vegeta kind of like in its quote unquote prime before, you know, Frieza showed up, and then getting all that backstory, making him more of a complex character than in some of the other iterations of Broly, where it's just like, oh, because Goku was crying next to him, he hates Goku. And so he hates Kakarot because he cries. It's like, no, his hate was aimed at Vegeta, which I thought was interesting because and again, unlike I think other Dragon Ball movies, there was more of a spotlight on Vegeta's character, getting to show him off first. Him being the first one to step up to Broly, I thought was really cool. And like his excitement in like learning, this dude's strong. And Vegeta's even like, I don't care what happened in the past. I had nothing to do with that kind of thing. But he's softened a bit to where he kind of understands. I don't know. It was all great in my mind. The character development within the movie, and I think it paid off a lot based on what I've heard of Super, since we haven't gotten there yet, and we might not ever get there until we're 76.
When we're in the nursing home.
Yeah, when we're in the nursing home watching Super, or Super Kai, probably by the time we get out when we get to it. But I really appreciated those moments. This movie was pretty perfect for me.
So let's get cracking on here. Let's go through this bad boy. All the spoilers, every spoiler.
Yes, this is spoilerific. So if you haven't seen this movie and you're listening to this podcast, 1, why not? 2, go see it. Like, pause this, go to the theater. Like, keep the phone in your pocket. Go to the theater. Put your phone on silent. Go to the theater. Watch it. Then when you're coming out of the theater, turn it back on at this point, and then you're just going to be in it with us.
Or you watch a scene in the theater, ask them to pause it.
Yeah.
Listen to the bit that we talk about on the podcast, and then do that back and forth. And guess what? You're in the theater longer.
Yeah. That's
a perfect scam.
This is why haven't we done this before, Aaron?
I mean, it's a 3-man heist.
It's the two of us,
3-man job,
and you, listener.
The listener. You're an accomplice. So if you tell anyone, you're in just as much trouble as we are.
You're going down.
Yeah.
The only way out of this job is in a body bag.
Yeah. Or this letter of resignation.
We'll accept either.
Yeah.
One's just
we prefer body bag, but
it's mostly because Aaron and I don't like paperwork. That's all.
Yeah. That's the only reason. Look,
it
we're
hurts
reasonable
the environment.
thugs. Yeah. We're gonna cremate you, make you a tree.
You'll help fertilize our new sensu bean farm.
You sure you don't want to die on this job?
That's all we're gonna say. Are you sure you don't want to die on this job?
Sure. All right. Well, let's trick this movie theater. Let's go.
Yeah. Point by point, scene by scene, we'll go chronologically.
So we're in the past, Planet Vegeta. Everyone's walking around. Everyone's wearing armor. Everyone's wearing Saiyan armor. Are we calling it Frieza armor now? I think it's always going to be Saiyan armor.
I'm going to call it Saiyan armor.
So my question is, before Frieza and King Cold come down, which they do, why nothing else? You guys don't have like leisure wear.
That's a good question. I mean, that's
No
a good
sweats.
point. I mean, we know that the Saiyans are a warrior race. But we all, like you said, we get to see non-warrior Saiyans and their puny, slender frames.
Yeah, their gross non-muscularity.
I can't stand no muscled Saiyans. I would have liked to see, what does Bardock wear when he's not in that armor?
Yeah.
Because even the women are in that armor, and children are in that armor.
Yeah. If you ain't in a pod, you got armor on.
Yeah, if you're not in a pod, you got armor on.
And I question, like, is that something Frieza and King Cold? Like, we only want to see you in armor.
Right. Because like that relationship between the Saiyans and King Cold's force and now the Frieza force, they're pretty oppressive to the Saiyan race, to put it plainly. They use the Saiyans to take over valuable planets and then sell them to the highest bidder.
Who's buying planets?
That's what I want to know. Who's out there just
like
buying planets? Who got planet money?
Drake ain't even got planet money.
Drake thinks he got planet money. Elon Musk don't even have planet money.
So, like, are these various federations, intergalactic, interplanetary governments?
Right.
Is this like a weird, like, not to get political, Gulf War thing?
Could be.
That's what it's an analogy.
So that's the prequel that's the prequel that we need. We need trade negotiations with the Frieza Force. Before Frieza and everybody get there, it's very like mundane and almost boring. It's very colorful, and the Saiyan planet is like at times it seems very rustic and traditional. And I liked the use of humor in the movie. I think was really cool, was really good. And it starts off with a humorous kind of thing as Frieza's or King Cold's ship is coming into the atmosphere of Planet Vegeta. It just like takes out a tower, and a Saiyan goes, "Watch where you're flying!" And I was like,
"Yeah, that was." I laughed real hard at that one.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Kind of out of the blue, that I didn't know there was like a Saiyan yokel.
Yeah, the Saiyan peanut gallery.
There's deaf children in this area. Can't you read the sign? I'm going to talk to my Saiyan City Council.
This is a no-fly zone. Where are my kids going to fly their Saiyan kites?
Can't repair the potholes, but we got Frieza Force flying willy-nilly.
And they give us the callbacks we need, right? Mm-hmm. We get all of our Frieza Force favorites, the Ginyu Force.
Their only appearance here.
Their only appearance, which I wish there were more.
They're kind of like an honor guard in this instance. They come out, pose before King Cold comes out.
I mean, Frieza's always had a very elite accent, and he's always better than the Saiyans. They call them monkeys, blah blah blah. And you get that in spades with the way that King Cold and Frieza, King Cold is introducing his son Frieza to the Saiyans and saying, "This is your new rule. Like, this guy's gonna run the ship because I'm retiring." Like, I like the mundane aspect of King Cold's like, "I've been running this borderline criminal syndicate for long enough. I'm passing the mantle on to my son, and he's not as nice as I am."
Oh yeah. He brings them the gift of Scouters.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this little bit felt kind of Han's like Solo, the movie last year.
Yeah. No, I get
where
it.
It's like it's like guys, you don't need to explain how every little thing happened.
I see you. I hear you there.
That's where I was like, I don't need we know Scouters. Let's get to these fights. Let's get to these good fights. But they do make up for it because Frieza uses said Scouters. Or did you want to talk about Scouters?
No. I didn't want to talk about Scouters that much. I just thought it was. I did turn my head and squint my eyes when Frieza was like, "Here, 500 Scouters for you." I was like, 500, just 500 for your your mercenary force.
You're free to complain about it if you want.
Yeah,
is what he said.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said
to you personally.
Yeah, to me.
Vince.
I was like, oh.
If you're so smart out there in the audience, seat E6.
Actually, it's M15, Mr. Frieza.
Are you not Vince Sheffield
No.
of Rochester, New York.
Hey, that's me. I'm Vincent Sheffield. Hello.
You, Vince, you think you're fucking better than me?
No, Mr. Frieza. I'm just saying, if you want to optimize your Saiyan fighting force, giving 500 to the most elite, isn't gonna really do that much. If they've got exceptional battle power, the scouters are barely necessary anyway. So you should be giving.
Maybe I know I'm going to blow them up in a few years. Ah, dang.
Ooh.
Spoiler for like 10 minutes.
Ouch.
Into the movie.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
And also Dragon Ball, I guess.
Way to go, other Vince. You spoiled the movie that we're in.
Boo. Boo, Vince in seat 14. M14. Yeah, I remembered. Me, the guy in seat M15.
You're right next to me. Why are you on their side?
It's like it's Frieza, man. I don't want to get killed. What are you doing?
I don't want to get killed either, but he's just not managing properly.
You in seat M15. No talking during the movie.
Okay.
Shh. See, you're getting me in trouble.
I'm not getting you in trouble. Frieza's just a jerk.
Don't let him in. What?
Nothing.
Who said I was a jerk?
No, I said that.
Vince Sheffield.
What? Oh, come on, don't! It wasn't me. But you are.
Does everyone have their snacks? Can we get back to the movie?
I need to go get milk duds.
All right, we'll wait.
And
see. It was real weird in the theater when Frieza would like talk to the audience and then make the movie pause.
Yeah, I mean, he is Frieza,
Very powerful.
I'm gonna listen to Frieza if I am in the booth controlling the reel. I'm gonna pause it.
He does pause to blow up 2 snipers.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's a good Frieza move. It's a good Frieza moment.
Yeah, I thought in that way it was like, oh yeah, Frieza's been like this from the jump. There's never like a turn that happened to Frieza where he's like, now I hate the Saiyans. He's like, no, I've always hated you. I think you're nothing. And here's an example of how strong I am.
Goodbye. Then we see King Vegeta looking over his incubating son.
Yes.
Marveling over their battle level. Just drooling over it.
He's so proud of the latent abilities that his son, the young prince, has.
But then he sees Broly in a pod and is instantly disgusted by this Saiyan trash.
Pretty much. This is like where the movie diverts into a political drama about Saiyans and socioeconomic status.
Yeah, it's these weird power moves that it's damn near Shakespearean.
Yeah, for real though. Because it's like Broly is the son of a general that King Vegeta doesn't like. And on top of that, Broly's battle power and latent abilities far exceed that of Prince Vegeta.
Yeah, they're off the charts.
They're off the charts to the point where the scientists who all have Russian accents, which I found
odd.
Fine.
I
was like, oh, okay.
All right. We are from
Russian part.
We are from Russia Sprouts.
Russia Sprouts.
Everything's a vegetable here, right?
Anyway.
Broly, he's gonna kick your son's ass. That's the only scientific way to say it.
And of course,
he real swole.
King Vegeta, he makes up this excuse that like his power is so uncontrollable and so great that he has to send him to he has to exile this child.
Yeah, we're gonna send him to Shit Planet.
Yeah, we're gonna send.
Vampa.
Yeah, Vampa, aka Shit Planet.
It's on all the postcards. We've seen it.
And yeah, it was a cold-blooded move from King Vegeta to summon Broly's father to tell him that his son is being exiled. And then before he has a chance to appeal, it's like, the pod's already gone. You can't do anything about it.
I did it 38 minutes ago.
Yeah. Specifically, I think he did say, you're already 38 minutes late.
Yeah. The pizza's free and your son's gone. A twofer for me, King Vegeta.
Ooh, I wonder where my Cinestics will get here.
Oh, I gotta go back. Oh, I gotta go back. Get the set of 6. Then I gotta save my son. I forgot him. I'm sorry. I was too worried about, my son getting sent to an alien planet.
And of course, being the dedicated father that he is, I forget I'm just going to call him the general because I don't remember his name.
Paramus? Hold on. It's a play on asparagus, right?
Yeah.
Paragus.
There we go. So
I paid attention.
You did pay attention because Paragus then commandeers a ship with
him and his thin buddy,
his non-combat Saiyan friend, to go to this outlying planet to get his son back.
It's a bad planet.
Oh, yeah. This planet is basically inhabited by giant serpent dogs that live in the surface of the planet. They have green fur, and they're
just long dog snakes.
Dog snakes, exactly. They even have, tails somehow. But they're long dog snakes. They get sucked on by giant ticks.
The only 2 life forms on the planet.
That's it. I mean, until the end of the movie. But that's it.
Nothing else except Broly, who they found, who they realized is still surviving on his own, mainly because he turned into his grade 8 form.
Which I was mad that we didn't even get a hint of that.
A little glimpse of it. Yeah, we can't animate that a little?
Yeah, because they did. They went through all the trouble of showing Broly's Saiyan pod crash landing onto the planet. And then, Broly kind of walking out in his cute little Saiyan armor with his cute furry tail. And looking at this gigantic moon that is eclipsing the entire sky on the planet. And I was like, oh, I want to see what happened.
They find Broly.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, let's get out of here. Oh, dang. Oh, beans. Oh, senzu beans.
Oh, senzu beans. The ship's not working, right?
Yep.
They got a busted floater, if I believe, is the term for it.
They only got 10 days worth of food.
Can't survive on that.
Well, we can survive a little bit longer if...
Yeah. Paragus takes out a gun and shoots his skinny friend.
Yeah.
In the heart.
He could have probably figured something out.
Yeah. And that's kind of when, we see that Paragus is basically, he's changing his mind about going back. He's like, I'm not going back. I'm going to stay here with my son.
Yeah.
Train him myself until we can eventually get off of this planet.
Someone will save us eventually.
And exact our revenge on King Vegeta.
And then we go a little bit further into the future, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we got to get to Bardock. And again, like I said, where it's like, I got a little impatient with this bit because I'm like Millhouse watching the Poochie cartoon. When are they going to get to the fireworks factory?
Right.
Like, I know what's going to happen. Let's get to it, baby.
I hear you.
But still kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, I did. I think the crowd liked seeing Bardock. In mine, there was a lot of woo, Bardock.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Hey, it's Bardock.
Oh, look, it's Bardock. He's got the scar and everything.
And like you said, he's just, yep, Frieza's going to kill us probably. Well, I better calmly land this ship back and not tell anyone. And definitely don't tell my wife.
But it's not even like he doesn't really tell anybody. His partner that he's been traveling with, because Frieza calls all the Saiyans back to Planet Vegeta for some kind of announcement.
Yeah.
And Bardock's the only skeptical one. He's like, why would Frieza call us all in? Because he's not going to call us all in to give us new scouters or new technology or something like that.
It's like, he's probably going to kill us.
Yeah. He's like, I think he's going to wipe us all out. And the guy's like, are you kidding? Blah, blah, blah.
You should leave the thinking to the thinking class.
Yeah, he's like, you're just a warrior. What do you know? I was like, I don't like that.
We see Goku's mom. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I forgot her name.
She's in there. She's in the kitchen cutting up some meat.
Slice up some giant fucking meat.
Uh-huh. Goku's still a baby, and he's in his incubator. Bardock's like, we have to send him away so he can survive. And
but he's tiny.
He's tiny. He's still small, and
he's a late bloomer.
Yeah, he's a late bloomer. He's like, we'll send him to this planet. It's called Earth. Everybody there's got a low battle power. He'll be fine. Like that kind of thing.
He'll be all right. And it's just him as a skip across the planet.
They do. They
to send the pod off.
Yeah. And we do get to see the cutest little Goku that we've ever seen in his Saiyan armor in the pod, looking at his parents, being like, "Oh no, don't send me away."
I'll grow, I promise. Just give me some time. They do the prison hand thing.
Yeah. They do some window love. You got to touch that glass, touch it back.
And then, and then it's like basically, well, if I'm wrong about Frieza, we'll come get you.
Yeah. But Bardock was not wrong about Frieza.
No, he was very right about Frieza. And we see again, something we've seen a bunch.
Yes.
I feel like they've redone the scene multiple times across various platforms.
Yeah. And that scene is where, we see Frieza raise that finger, send that gigantic blast to the planet's surface. And we also see, because they've added this as part of the scene, is Bardock, trying to stop it with all his might and becoming unsuccessful in that attempt.
I will say that we get, as the planet's blowing up, we get a POV through Frieza's scouter of like the battle level, and it just like quickly ticks down to all zeros. And now I was like, oh, that kind of got me.
Yeah, it's like there's
Frieza,
nothing left.
Why'd you come back? You bad
Frieza
boy.
cold-blooded.
I guess it is a nice reminder of how Frieza's he's a bad boy.
Solidifying in our hearts as fans of the series that Frieza sucks and everybody else is great.
Now we can.
Now is when we get, I think, one of the best comedic moments of the entire film, which is we cut to Prince Vegeta and Raditz and a young Nappa with all his hair, which is just a tuft on his giant bald head, and he's got a handlebar mustache.
He's still got that mustache going.
Yeah,
maybe a little thicker. He is out on the prowl. He's ready to go. They just find out that Planet Vegeta's done blowed up, and then they're just questioning a very young, I'd say, Trunks age, like preteen to teen, Vegeta and Raditz, and they're just little shits.
Oh, they're such shits.
They're just the shittiest kids that ever shit a shit.
But they're cute as all hell. Like, they got giant bulbous heads, and they're eating their enemies' bodies.
Yeah, they're just roasting and roasting.
Yeah, they're roasting and roasting their enemies. They paint Prince Vegeta as, like, such a little prick that he barely cares that his planet has been destroyed. He's like,
it's basic.
Whatever.
Well, good. That means I'm a king.
He's like, I guess you better be taking orders from me now, huh? Stuff like that.
Raditz is just like, yeah, whatever. My parents are dead. Also, my little brother was shitty. Oh, I guess he's still alive. They sent him to a different planet. Meh.
Like, he's really like, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm going to die soon anyway. Yeah, after all that's when we get that fast forward into the present. We see all the major events.
Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time. We get to see Krillin die.
Vegeta. Yeah, everything that leads us up to after the Tournament of Power. Mm-hmm. And we're in the present in the first dope fight scene of the movie.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's
Goku, Vegeta. They're sparring on Bulma's, and therefore Vegeta's, private island that they bought specifically so they could just go ham on each other without hurting anyone else. Whis and Beerus are there. Beerus is just taking that nap. Whis is eating some good food.
Oh, yeah.
Bra is a baby.
Tiny little baby Bra. Just hanging out with mom and the god of destruction.
Yep, like
you do in Dragon Ball.
Just a normal day. I like this part where it's just Vegeta yelling at Goku.
Oh, it's great.
For being a fucking idiot.
Vegeta even, in the insults, he's just like, you dumbass, you let Frieza live. This is all your fault.
You brought him back to life.
Yeah.
He's going to want to kill us one day. You know that, right?
Yeah, the dumbass line really hit in my audience. I don't know about yours.
Oh, everyone. What's like, ooh, he said ass.
Yeah. That's like, oh, that's why it's not rated. Oh.
Vegeta's saying what we're all thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a beer with Vegeta.
That's a saying I want to have a beer with.
Who would you like legitimately? Who do you think is like the best person to hang out with in Dragon Ball?
Oh man, the best
person.
We'll
go with like the bar analogy.
Can I say Mr. Satan?
Yeah, absolutely. He's in Dragon Ball, my boy.
Yeah, because I think one, you're with the most famous celebrity in the world, Mr. Satan, right? He is the Earth's savior 3 times over at this point. He defeated Cell and Majin Buu to the public's opinion. And so, like, you're having a beer with Mr. Satan, and he's buying, and like he's not paying for nothing because he's the world's savior. Mm-hmm. And he's got cool stories, and they're all fake because you're also still friends with Goku and them. But like you're enjoying it. How about you? Who from Dragon Ball would you want to have a beer with?
Honestly, man, as far as just like having a good time at a bar, I kind of think Roshi.
Yeah.
Like I know he's gonna be a fucking creep, and I'll curtail that. But really, I just want to hear the man has lived several hundred years.
He's got all kinds of stories.
If you ply him with a little sake, I guarantee you're gonna get some good stories from him.
Like I want to hear how he got the Bancho fan. What was it like the first time you met Korin? All that stuff. How did he feel in the Tournament of Power?
I know. Is he gonna get to a point where he's just like, we're half a bottle in? And he's just like lamenting on his life. Does it get real?
Does it get real with Yoshi? Yeah, it gets real with Yoshi. Roshi.
What are you doing? Yo, get out of here. No dinosaurs allowed. Great. He swallowed the glass and the drink.
Bong, bong.
And then he pooped out an egg.
Blom, bom.
Then he's throwing me. Don't throw that egg at me.
Blom, bom.
Also, I don't think that's how, the reproductive system works. You don't eat a thing
and
then make an egg. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. All right, fair enough. Hey, you want to pony up? All right, wait, how old are you? Are you of legal drinking age? Like, this bar's cool. And I'm cool, so here you go.
It's a Maya bar.
Yeah, I forgot. It was Tapper. It was the guy that kind of looks like Mario in that one game where you have to.
Tapper.
Yeah. That's where we're at. Anyway.
That's what happened.
Wreck-It Ralph 3.
Wreck-It Ralph 3. You just saw the trailer.
So Bulma gets a call from the kids, Trunks and Goten. I guess someone broke into her lab.
It stole the Dragon Balls that she had been...
6 of the Dragon Ball that she just kind of...
She had.
Laid around.
Yeah.
Which Vegeta yells at her for. Mm-hmm. Because I agree. What are you doing?
Yeah. They're Dragon Balls. And Frieza's alive.
Also, they're Dragon Balls. What are you doing?
Yeah. Why are they not under, who's guarding them? Those 2 kids? Those precocious youngsters?
Why are they playing around in your office? Oh, I'd be so mad.
I would be mad. Expensive capsule equipment. My son.
My murder son.
My murderous son and his little friend.
Who could beat if I don't get those pizza rolls out in time, they could beat my ass.
I don't want them to fuse on me. I don't want Gotenks to show up with his wild ass hair.
Yeah.
And ghost bombs.
Yeah, I got to feed all of them. All those ghost people.
Yeah. And then Trunks says, "Oh, I recognize the armor," and then sends Bulma another video of the armor that they were wearing, confirming that it was Frieza's force that took the Dragon Balls. Bulma's like, "Well, I already know where the 7th one is. I was going to go get it in a little while. It's in the north. It's at the ice area, the ice zone." And so they hop in a plane and go get it. It's Bulma, Whis, Vegeta, and Goku. Beerus decides he wants to take a nap instead, and so then he gets put on babysitting duty.
Yeah,
which I was so happy that for once Piccolo's not stuck holding a baby in a Dragon Ball movie.
We could look at it in a shitty way and wonder why all the non-humans end up being the nanny.
Mm-hmm.
We could.
We could.
I don't know if you want to.
I don't think we need to.
I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing to
making
gain from it.
Just making an observation. I don't think it's thought of.
Just
I
call
think
it
it's just funny.
Toriyama. We're just saying. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah, we can use that joke too.
Yeah. Huh? How's that for cultural appropriation?
I mean, I mainly think it's just like, oh, here's the toughest boy.
Yeah.
Now they have to babysit. Isn't that funny? I'm like, it is. You're right.
Mm-hmm. It is funny.
Yeah. He just wants a nap. Now he can't.
Yeah.
You ever tried to nap on? If you ever tried to nap while babysitting.
Ooh.
That
That's flirting with disaster.
ain't happening. You sleep when the baby sleeps.
Oh, yeah. If we
Or you're
taught
like,
you
"Fine,
nothing
I can-"
from this podcast, you sleep when the baby sleeps.
They're flying towards the ice zone. I forget what they got. The ice continent?
Yeah, the ice continent. Thank you.
Because I guess Antarctica is copyright. I don't know. So I know we're not on Earth.
Those penguins
but we are on Earth.
Those penguins
No,
have
we are on Earth.
savage litigation. So they couldn't use Antarctica. And along the way, Goku is pressing Bulma, like, why were you collecting the Dragon Balls in the first place? What were you going to wish for? Come on, Bulma, tell me. Tell us.
Tell everyone.
And then we learned that Bulma was going to wish herself to be
5 years
younger. And
because she didn't want everyone. She didn't want to go 10.
Because then everybody would be asking Bulma, oh, where'd you get your work done? She wanted to look
Who's your
natural.
surgeon? Yeah.
And I like that. I like that gag. I appreciated that.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Bulma, you got the scratch to collect these Dragon Balls. Mm-hmm. You went through the work on them. I don't know. Why not?
Yeah. If nobody else, it's a time of peace, so what's the harm?
Yeah.
I did like that, though. I thought it got that got a pop in the audience.
Oh, for sure. That's classic Bulma.
Yeah.
And I don't hate her for it.
No. And can we just say, everybody's looking good in this series. They didn't age Bulma to the point where you're like, oh yeah, Bulma needs that.
She's just wearing a mom uniform and a mom haircut.
Yeah. She's a mama.
That's the only thing they did.
Yeah. They gave her a mom uniform and a mom haircut.
Yeah.
She looks
you can't wear short shorts.
Yeah.
You're a mom.
You've got quarter length shorts.
You can't be showing that midriff. Mm-mm. And here's a scarf.
There you go. Now you're a mom again.
Great. Good job on being a mom.
And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to what really matters.
Yeah, Frieza's wish.
Frieza's wish.
I guess the Frieza Force is back up and running.
Yep.
He's got people looking for recruits. We find out what Frieza's wishing for. One of his people press him, and he's like, "All right, finally, I'll tell." They ask, like, is it to take over the universe? Is it for eternal life? He's like, no, all those are dumb and horrible.
I did
Where's
like
the fun in that?
I did like his reasoning for not wanting eternal life. He's like, when I was stuck in Earth hell, I realized all that was left for me was torture and dread. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like referencing him in Earth hell because I found that I always find that scene super funny where he's just like hanging in that tree. They're like,
so here's
little Care Bears taking care of him.
Mecha Frieza.
Yeah.
Here's the question then. Whatever planet you die on, that's the hell. That's the afterlife you go to. It's planet specific then?
Yes. I think that's probably
I guess
true.
that would be, yeah. I mean, this is proof, right? He didn't go to Frieza hell.
Yeah. Oh, man. What would planet Frieza hell be
Frieza hell. It's just everyone is stronger than you, I guess.
Yeah. Everyone is immensely stronger than you, and they always have a new form to change
it's
into.
All Saiyans, yeah. 4 forms, try 23. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan times 2, X Kai times 10, XX 69, 420.
360
Super
no
Saiyan
scope,
God.
Super Saiyan God.
Super Saiyan God form. And that's not even my final one. It's like, no, this is hell specifically for me.
And yeah, getting to,
No, we're bearing the lead here.
Yeah, we're bearing the lead because, and I love the reveal of Frieza's wish too. There was so much gravity behind it. With his staff there, and he's like, I wish to be 5 centimeters taller. And that's it. He wants to be 5 centimeters taller.
That's not much. Yeah.
And
That's reasonable.
And then I love that we got into like the reality of the situation where his subordinate was like, but Lord Frieza, if you went to your second form, you would be like 2 feet taller. Like he's like,
no, I want to be comfortable.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to be a freak. Like stuff like that. I was like, that's great. That's such a cool justification.
And then his other reasoning is like, I want it to be natural. I want people to think I'm still growing.
So Frieza's gonna.
How old are you?
Frieza's gonna go back to Earth every 2 years to to be 5 centimeters taller, which would actually look like somebody who's having like growth spurts.
Yeah, that's not a bad plan. Mm-hmm. I was look, Frieza doesn't get his wish in the end.
No,
and I'm honestly real disappointed.
Yeah, because it would be
his
really
power
funny.
level doesn't go up.
Yeah, his power level doesn't change. He just 5 centimeters, not 5 inches, 5 centimeters taller.
I already bought all the wardrobe. Yeah, he wants to grow like 1.5 inches, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. I think that's where we're at ish.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look it up. I'm just guessing. That was a good bit.
Yeah, that was a well-earned bit, I thought. And then we get to meet some new characters in parallel, because as they're having that discussion and they're heading towards Earth, the Frieza Force is out looking for strong fighters to join and build it back up. And we meet Chilai and
Lemo. Right?
Yes.
Lemo,
I think. And they're working for the Frieza Force. Chilai is working for the Frieza Force because she's wanted in however many systems, and Lemo is in the same boat. That's the only place.
Well, he's been there a while.
Oh yeah.
He's always been in the Frieza Force.
He's been in the Frieza Force longer than most.
I like these two a lot.
Yeah,
and I like them together is a fun dynamic. I like Lemo dressed like Jesse Pinkman. He's you know every like scuzzy dude in their 20s.
Yeah.
That's how he's dressed.
Yeah. He's always wearing a tank top and baggy jeans.
Just it is July. Why is this wool cap still being rocked?
He rocks a skull cap all year round.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man.
A little bit of what I liked in this, their characters. It's like, oh, the world beyond Earth and Namek, in space is still like going on. Like there's still like, I guess, the semblance of a police force out there tracking these folks down and things like that.
You get a little more insight into the Frieza Force, which is kind of nice. It's like, there would be people there. It's like, I don't know, man, I'm just collecting a check.
Yeah, pretty much, because that's what they're after. They want to find a strong fighter to bring back to appease Lord Frieza and
make space money,
make a bunch of space cash.
Yeah, that's space zenny.
Space zenny, baby.
The inflation rate. 10 space bucks is only worth 1 zenny.
Man, look, economies are tough. After Nam exit, they exited the galaxy by getting destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer part of the Galaxy EU.
The Galaxy EU.
Ugh.
That was a cheap shot at our friends over there in England. You guys will get through it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're dealing with our thing. You're dealing with your thing. I feel like your thing is probably worse in the long run.
I mean, the problem is
economically,
there's so much unknowns.
Anyway, we're here with you. Solidarity through Dragon Ball.
Right. Because one of those unknowns is this planet that they go to. It's on the outer reaches of space. It's so far out there.
But their scouters they're going off the charts.
Yeah. There's a huge power level on that planet. They land, and who do we see?
One-eyed Paragus.
One-eyed, gray-haired now Paragus.
Yeah. Wait, Yugi.
Yes, Paragus is trapped in a TV while his son Broly has to duel for his freedom.
Believe in the heart of the cards, and also turn into a big ape, maybe.
Poor Grandpa from Yu-Gi-Oh! He's stuck in those. He always got stuck in a TV for months.
Well, doesn't seem terrible.
First it was Seto Kaiba, and then it was Pegasus, both trapping him into different things.
That's where my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge drops off.
Oh, that's where mine just starts.
I know there's a Joey. That's about it.
Hey, it's me, Joey. I'm definitely from Osaka.
I'm just your average 15-year-old Osakan Japanese boy. I love tempura
and thin crust pizza. Not to mention my favorite noodle, which is spaghetti.
This soba could really use a good red sauce.
Why don't we ever put pesto on ramen?
Yug. The union's on our ass about these cards that it's also named after you.
Oh, God.
That's weird, right?
There's so many things weird about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Stay tuned for our Yu-Gi-Oh podcast right after this.
Right after this, we're going right into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Talk of the cards.
Oh,
it's
Aaron.
Not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll sell that.
So they pick up Broly, and we see Broly.
Oh, man.
Looking like a Yamcha. Woo. Looking like a snack.
Broly is yummy, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know he is because of Chile's reaction.
Oh, God.
Like straight, like, when she sees him, it's like, oh, they gonna fuck.
Yeah, I mean, let's preface this by saying, like, okay, it's an anime. Mm-hmm. Up until this point, like, haven't had really that much of a sexualized character.
Because Bulma's a mom.
Like, finally, they're like, look, we can't keep doing this to Bulma. She's a mother.
Bulma, she is the caretaker of two of these characters. We can't.
Yeah.
So here we go. Here you go.
Here we go. Toriyama gave you something to thirst over, you hungry anime fiends.
The new waifu.
The newest waifu to grace the internet.
We know Videl didn't. Everyone was disappointed in Videl.
Yes, of course.
Apparently. So here you go. She's also a mom now, so it's like, well.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. Look, this could have been the perfect time to bring Launch back.
I know. Launch has joined the free. Fuck me. Launch has joined the Frieza Force.
Oh, dude, yes.
Oh, that'd be damn dirty.
If Launch joined the Frieza Force after getting dumped by Tien too many times.
Yeah, make that official manga.
Mm-hmm.
You take it in the same vein of that time I got reincarnated as Yamcha.
That time I got reincarnated as Launch. And
then he joined the free. Yeah.
Because whoever gets reincarnated as Launch is like a feminist, is like, I don't need this shit. I don't need any of you. I'm going to go make money in space.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay blonde. Take my
sneezing.
Take my Tommy gun where it belongs. The outer rim of the universe.
I never seen. We seen lasers, but this crude weapon.
Oh, her temper and her crude weaponry are too much for our advanced technology.
We surrender. That's what we need, everyone. Come on, get to it.
Get to it. So, yeah. If you're thirsty, go search for Chilai. If you're not thirsty, she's an interesting character to say the least.
And that's the thing, I like her as a character.
Yeah.
I like them more where it's like Chile and Lamo, where they're hanging out. That's a good dynamic.
Yeah.
But it's straight up like, up here we go. We gotta give Broly something. Mm-hmm. So they pick him up and they're like, cool, we're gonna take you to Frieza.
Get that reward.
We can talk logistics.
Yes.
Which I know what everyone is clamoring for. What they come to.
Kame House Party, we give you the logistics, we give you improv, we give you Dragon Ball.
Can you imagine raising essentially a hormone monster for 25 to 30 years on a planet where there's nothing but like long dogs and murder bugs?
Long dogs and murder bugs.
What?
That's my country album.
That's all you're eating.
Yeah.
They didn't make like a permanent shelter.
No.
Either. They just lived in a cave, which was sort of fucked up. Mm-hmm. Kept that skinny guy around. You just force them to make things for you.
Yeah, it's kind of really hard to believe that they managed to survive. And of course, like, Broly seemed super fine, but Paragus...
I mean, physically, yeah.
I mean, physically, he's fine.
Yeah, mentally, fuck.
But that's kind of what we see is like Paragus's vengeance has driven him to such extreme lengths as to put a giant shock collar on his son. It's pretty savage.
Rip his tail out.
He ripped his
so he
tail
can't
off.
transform into a big ape.
Yeah. We've got, like, and Broly's got this, like, green pelt around his waist that you don't really know, like, the origin of initially, but you find out, like, it's the ear of his best friend. And it's really sweet. He's so kind.
It's, oh my God, that Broly sitting in like a bunker with Chile and lime, and they're like, here, drink this. And it's like, what is this? Like, that is water, dude. Have you never had water?
Yeah. He has never had water before.
God, I mean, Chile's not the only thirsty one, is all I'm saying.
Thirsts are getting quenched all over the theater.
All over the galaxy.
All over the galaxy.
But yeah, then like the only thing I called a friend, one of those long dogs that I like worked hard to befriend, my dad got pissed off at, cut his ear off. Whew. So now my best friend hates me.
Yep.
And I wear his ear as a memento.
They tried to like take it off. Like Chile was like, this thing stinks. Why do you have this around your waist? And like Broly's like, no. I was like, whew. I'm fanning myself like a Southern
That's a
belle.
warning sign.
Yeah.
Honestly, get out of there. Nope, she likes some she likes some young, dumb, and full of murderous rage.
And then we get to learn of Frieza's plan. Because Frieza understands that Broly has some massive power, right? Because Frieza can just feel it. He doesn't need no scouter. He can feel it. He's going to use Broly and like Paragus' vengeance to take out Vegeta and Goku. That's his plan. And then Frieza says, it's like, you could do whatever you want to Vegeta, but you leave Goku to me. If you kill him, I'll make sure you die at an equally painful. Like he was very like so adamant about wanting to kill Goku. I was like, that's the Frieza that I kind of missed, and that's the Frieza that I'm here to see.
Everyone loves Frieza. Like he's probably the best character in this movie as far as like knowing more about him and kind of seeing the evolution of him and how he's going to play out as a foil for everyone in the future.
Yeah, going forward, they basically set up like, yeah, guys, sit in because Frieza's here to stay.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
he's not going to do a Vegeta thing.
No.
Well, who's he going to fall in love with? Himself?
Maybe.
I mean, it's space. You can do whatever.
You can do whatever you want.
Ain't no laws in space.
Yeah, Frieza gets thirsty too, y'all.
And he's just selfish enough to the only one that can do him is him.
Exactly. Don't want to think
Imagine
what he does
that.
with that. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I'm just imagining a lot of tail play. You know what I'm saying?
He's got mirrors on the ceiling. Is all I'm saying.
Laughing to himself.
He's straight. He's on the rack. He's trying to stretch himself out.
Oh God, Frieza's pretty dark though. All right, so we're finally there.
We're on Earth. Look,
we're back on Earth in the non-Antarctic Antarctic.
They see a ship take off with the Frieza Force, and I love this like weird bit of how they just casually stop him.
Yeah.
Vegeta, arms still folded, shoots a beam at the ship. It crashes. Goku, like, just gets up in their windshield a kid.
It's so
store.
Good. It's so good. He's breathing on their ship, and the guys inside are like, "Oh, look at the rage in his face. We can't do anything. Let's get out of here."
Bulma's in like a weird full bodysuit.
Again, they've desexualized Bulma completely.
She could be. Look, she's a mom. She can do whatever she can. She'd be fine.
Yeah, we're not saying that Bulma's not fine, but we're just saying that they've gone to large lengths to put her in a position where she is not viewed as a sexual object.
Yeah,
as she is usually in movies of the Dragon Ball variety.
Yeah, even Android 18, they put her in a tracksuit.
Yep.
Well, one, it's her style's changed.
Yeah. One, Android 18 got new style, and two, it's easier to fight in a tracksuit instead of that vest and those what I can only assume constrictive denim jeans.
Yeah, those jean skirt did not help mobility.
No. I'll ask you this, because at this point in the film, like we've reached a point where there aren't going to be a lot of new characters or even like old ones introduced, even as just like Yamcha feeling the energy from across the world and be like, what's going on? There's like, that's not really happening. Did you miss any of those characters in the movie?
I did get sad as the series went on and we lost co-stars.
Right.
They got pushed to the side just because, like, well, they couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
In this movie, I mean, I always want to see Krillin.
Yeah, I think...
Not the way that they did it, but...
No. Not in a murder flashback.
Yeah.
But, I think I kind of missed... Because the animation's different, and I would have liked to see those characters drawn in that style. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to see, like... What's Gohan up to after the Tournament of Power? Because he had to
studying.
He had to train again, or did he get skinny again?
As soon as a Saiyan cracks open a book,
they
lose 5% of their muscle mass.
Like we got a glimpse of Goten and Trunks.
Yeah,
Nothing's
they're
changed.
just causing mischief.
Also, did you notice Shu, Mai, and Pilaf were at Bulma's place? Because they're kids again.
Yeah, they're kids again. You know, they fucked up.
Yeah, so good. So good.
So now they're just hanging out. I'm like, yeah, why not? What? I mean, they're hard. Yeah, what are you gonna do with them?
Mm-hmm. I think
you gonna kick them out?
No, you can't. You can't kick them out. They're so cute. I would love to have a cute little puppy Shu hanging around.
Yeah,
with his little knife, with his little sword,
with his little murder.
He's got little murder plans.
Just a little. Ooh, you gonna assassinate me, little Shu?
Oh, little Shu. You got little shurikens, little Shu.
Oh, look at him.
Hey, I may be a puppy, but I've been around the block. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's trying to act like he's a tough little boy. I'm gonna scratch that butt.
Oh,
give me that butt.
Oh, hey! I didn't ask for that, but I like it.
Oh, look, he's rolling over. He wants his little belly rub. There you go.
I'm not controlling this. It's all you. Oh, feels good. Feels good.
Well, I don't know if I like. Look, dogs can't have human voices.
Oh, so you're one of those people, huh?
Yeah. No, this is freaking me out.
Oh, I freak you out now. Oh,
that you're enjoying these belly rubs in a vocal way.
Oh, well, here's a little secret. All your dogs, they do the same thing. And they're much more vulgar than I am. Trust me.
Oh, boy. In dog speak?
In dog speak, they're saying horrible things.
Oh, no. I can never touch a dog again.
No, please do. We love it.
Can we end scene this?
And scene.
And scene.
Oh.
Don't touch dogs.
Pet a cat
real
instead.
Creeps.
Pet a cat, the god of destruction.
Yeah, he'll just sit there and be annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just be a real tsundere about it.
Exactly.
Cats, the original tsunderes. So I think this is the point where, and I did appreciate this movie because it felt like, to me, that we got like an hour of fighting, right?
Yeah, dude.
It was a lot, and all of it was good. And like, when the movie was over, I'm like, wait, that's it? It seemed, I know it's like almost 2 hours, right?
Yeah, I think the film was an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. It went by really quickly. But we're going to pop in here and there. But like, I don't know how to describe the animation on the fights except for like God tier.
Yes.
And this is what we've been waiting to see for years. Mm-hmm. And like, fuck, dude, if you could.
Like, this is the part where we can't really, our words can only do so much. And just know that as we're trying to describe this, and I mean this when I say it, like epic.
Yeah.
Epic fight.
Yeah. We're not going to do a play. I don't know how we would do a play-by-play.
I think we should just hit some of our favorite moments and just gush about them.
Yeah.
And like, I'll just start by saying like the entire fight, every transformation, every like ground deforming hit in the theater that I was in got uproarious applause. Like when Goku turns Super Saiyan God, like level 1, he's got that red hair.
Yeah.
And like it's after Vegeta's had a bit of a brawl with Broly and Goku comes out and like just comes out and just one punch to Broly's face and it sends him through like mountains and shit. Like when Vegeta did it in his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, like somebody counted in the theater how many mountains Broly got sent through. And the guy was like, yo, he just went through 7 mountains. I was like, you counted that quickly?
He's a Z fighter.
He's a Z fighter.
You can count that.
He can see. Like, I'm sorry, now I'm just going all over the place. I broke my own rules because there's a there's a part where you get a first person perspective from Broly as he's fighting Vegeta.
I never watched Man of Steel because I just didn't care.
Fair.
Love Superman. Don't. I know it, but like I know what you're doing, Zack Snyder. I don't need this. But I've seen the clips of like them fighting him and Zod.
Yeah, it did. Go ahead.
And it's like a good version of that.
Yes,
like
it's actually a good version of that. I was like, because it took me a minute. I was like, wait, why is the camera doing these things? And then you see Broly's blast in his hands from the bottom of the screen. And you're like, oh, like I was like, they're going for it here. They're pulling out all the stops.
They definitely took what we all saw as a kid and like made it real.
Yes.
The bigness of the fights that we saw, even though looking back, it's like, it's cool, but they're not like anything like this.
Right. There's not a lot like this.
I mean, really, it's just the guy next to me as I was watching, just going, what? Huh? What? He was just surprised at everything. I'm like, it's good, but I knew, like, we know he's going to go Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yes.
We know they're going to get to that level. We know, I thought they'd get to Ultra Instinct. I know.
There's a flash.
There's a flash of gray.
Goku flashes gray at his, like, first big transformation when Goku gets serious.
You better believe everyone in the theater went nuts.
Oh my God. Goku's transformation. That's when I thought, like, this audience is going to bring this place down.
Well, dude, just him like calling out Broly and then like doing his little warm up. He didn't do the stretch.
No. He didn't do the classic
disappointed
stretch, but
the hop up and down, like, all right, we're gonna fuck you up.
Like Goku's serious face that I think is more recognizable than Mickey at this point. But like, we can't not talk about how important Vegeta's transformations were, I think, in my mind. Because, of course, like, Frieza's ship lands, Paragus and Broly come out, and the whole thing was Paragus had that shock collar on Broly. Chilai broke that controller, so nobody can control Broly anymore. Like, Paragus he's like, Broly, do it, go! And Broly, and this is why I love the way that this whole 1 hour fight started. For what there was no like, oh, I guess he's pretty strong. It's just both Goku and Vegeta being like, this guy's strong, we're both excited, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
And then it just starts and it does not let up at all.
Their fight is so powerful that they turn all the ice into a lava planet.
Yep.
Somehow. And then they go into like another fucking dimension.
Yes.
And then back to Ice Planet throughout the entirety of the fight. And I understand just to like, hey, we got to figure out how to change up the background here.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was clever. I really did.
But it was like they're that powerful that they can change and then change back the environment.
Well, I mean, that was the thing for me that was, it surprised me how they were able to do that with the environment. Because like the fight took place in one contained arena, pretty much. They weren't traveling all over Earth, Goku and Vegeta, they know better. There was always, I think, throughout the fight, there was always that cool threat that like, oh, like at any point, Whis could jump in here and like stop it. Or maybe Beerus wakes up and is like, I want a piece of this guy. Let's see what this guy's all about. You know what I mean?
We get a little bit of Whis.
Oh.
But he's Jackie Channing. He's just mainly dodging things.
But you wouldn't have known it in my theater. You would not have known that Whis did not lay a hand on Broly when like Broly's just mad Broly chasing everyone around. And when Whis is dodging Broly, ooh, the crowd was like, oh, Whis about to get it. Whis about to get it. Like, he coming at Whis. It's like, oh my God.
So at a point in the fight, Goku's on the ropes. He gets a karate call from Piccolo.
Yes.
And it's so weird. They have such a casual conversation while doing telepathy, while Goku has gotten the shit beat out of him by Broly. It's kind of off-putting how they're like, bro, I feel a strong energy. What's up?
And Goku's just like, there's this really strong guy He might even be stronger than Beerus. I don't know if we're going to get through this one, Piccolo.
Well, I can't get there. Traffic, you know. Plus, I'm, still mad at you for raising your kids for no money.
Come on, Piccolo. Look, I was just going to ask, do you happen to have any sensu beads? We could really use some.
Yeah, I guess I got some. But you'll be fine. I guess come over whenever. I'll leave the door open. I'll leave the door to my plateau open.
Okay, Piccolo, thanks. We might need your help, though, so just be ready.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. I'm just binging Punisher Season 2. It's fine.
Oh, do you like it?
It's good. Kind of standard Marvel stuff. They're not really doing anything new with it.
I'm watching Nailed It because I love food.
No, it's pretty funny.
It's hilarious and delicious looking.
Yeah. Hey, watch out for Broly. I sense he's about to beat the shit out of you. All right, bye. All right, love you, bye. Ooh, he's making the dial tone with his mouth.
And scene.
That's essentially what happened.
That's
right?
essentially what happened.
Goku grabs Vegeta. He's like, we got to get out of here. They kite Broly into Frieza. And then Goku, the fucking savage, says, have fun, Frieza.
And instant transmissions out of there.
Yeah.
That was so good.
That might have been the biggest reaction from the crowd, I think.
Yeah, I think that was also the biggest reaction.
And we all want to see Frieza get his comeuppance.
Right. And boy, does he. But he did it. Only Frieza can get his ass kicked with that much dignity. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, Broly savagely beat Frieza.
Like, up against a rock.
Oh, yeah. For what was in movie an entire hour.
Yeah, so we'll get, I think we have to explain the other thing before we get to that.
Yeah. Because at this point in the fight, Frieza has a flat, like, at the point where the ice has turned to lava.
We did miss that bit.
We kind of skipped this, so we're just going to, we're only going back like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Frieza sees that Broly is kind of having trouble fighting both Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan versions of Goku and Vegeta together. And he doesn't really want Broly to lose. And he remembers he remembers about when Goku turned into a Super Saiyan, and we get to see Krillin die for a second time in the film, I think. And he's like, oh, like you could see the gears turning in Frieza's head. He's like, oh, to get the most out of this guy, I have to kill somebody he loves. And so he turns to Paragus, who is just like dumbfounded by the fact that
my boy, I've abandoned my boy.
Well, he's like astonished that like the legends of Super Saiyans are true and that Super Saiyan gods are true. And he's like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing for me to do. And so Frieza just kills him. And then he says to Broly, he goes, Broly, your father was killed by a stray energy blast.
What a tattletale.
Oh, but I mean, that's why
he does say it in that way, that like annoying kid way.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's like, little brother was like, big bro, sis broke your PlayStation. She threw the controller at the ground.
It's saying it in the shitty way that you know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get someone in trouble.
Yeah. And it works, because then we see Super Saiyan Broly. Mm-hmm. And that's when
haired up.
Yeah. Oh, such a good transformation. Like, every one of Broly's transformations are cataclysmic in terms of like the waves of green energy that come off of his body are basically attacks. Mm-hmm. All of his attacks, I think, are really non-traditional Dragon Ball attacks, basically because he never learned how to fight. So whenever he throws an energy blast, it's like coming just off of his body or out of his mouth and like maybe through his hands. It's all really interesting and cool. And that was one of the things that I wanted to highlight is like throughout this 1 hour fight, I think you really get to see the difference in each fighter's style. Like Vegeta is very much like, I'm just going to pound you until you stop. And Goku's more like, Goku's got more of a sagely quality to his fighting. He's like, I'm going to use your weight against you. I'm going to use a little bit of trickery. Like he definitely learned from Roshi.
He pulls some,
you know what I mean?
Judo moves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then like Broly is just like ferocity embodied.
Well, they also mention it where it's, oh yeah, aside from his dad, Broly's never actually fought another person.
Right.
But he's holding, he's holding his own.
And he's learning as he fights, which is one of the big things.
And again, this is why the retreat from Goku and Vegeta. And it's, all right, well, our only hope is to fuse. And since we don't have the armbands, or the earrings.
The earrings, yeah. The Patama. Is it the Patamas?
I think, sorry, folks.
Porta earrings? It's something like that.
It's been a while.
Ask Akai about it. I don't know.
So they got to do the dance.
Yes, they have to do the dance.
Vegeta does. Oh man, the pose he makes as they're arguing about the dance.
Yes. Oh, I mean, it's already become a meme. Already a meme. So you can find that Vegeta meme out there already. It's great.
And he's embarrassed. He's like, I don't want to do it because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what? You're gonna let Bulma die? He's like, oh, dude, that's a low blow.
Yeah, he does. He says that's a low blow, Kakarot. And he's like, because Vegeta's literally sitting there and be like, I think I'd rather Broly. Like he says, I'd rather Broly kill me than do this stupid dance for you, Kakarot. Like, I was like, this is perfect. This is so on brand for both of them.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're going to let the Earth get destroyed? It's like, then I guess the Earth gets destroyed then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, damn, Vegeta.
And Piccolo's just standing there, just like, come on, just do the dance. Barely says anything.
Take your chance.
Take your chance.
Come on and
do the dance.
What?
The safety dance.
Choo choo.
Piccolo's just the whole time. Piccolo's just going dun 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 dun.
Now slide to the left. Cha cha, real smooth.
One hop this time.
Vegeta's fucking it up. There's no rhyme or reason to these moves. It just seems like he's just saying them at random.
Crisscross.
What? A new technique.
Slide to the right. 5 hops now, y'all.
5? I barely was able to accomplish 3 last time.
Now it's time to get funky. To the left.
Huh? Is this a new form? The Super Saiyan God Funky form? Let's get that shown in anime out. Where
Yes.
It's just kids at a middle school dance trying to one-up each other.
Before we leave this beautiful dance joke, I want to see Vegeta do the Cat and I Joe. Who is this Cat and I Joe?
Oh. Where is he?
Is he
Where
strong?
did he come from? Where's he headed? I've been gone a long time ago. They try it once. They get fat.
Classic fusion gags. First you get fat, then you get skinny.
You get emaciated, then you get it right.
Then you get
but
it right.
It takes them an hour?
Yeah, because you have to wait for 30 minutes before it wears off. Because each one of those fusions only lasts for 30 minutes. So it's wait 30 minutes and then they can try it again.
So Frieza, I would kind of want to, I'm interested in what seeing Frieza getting the shit kicked out of him would look like for an hour. Like in real time. I would probably watch that.
I would watch
be a massive
that.
undertaking.
Absolutely.
That's a little movie in itself, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Resurrection F2. Frieza gets fucked up.
55 minutes of hell.
Yeah, 55 minutes of Frieza's hell.
It's like this weird documentary that like Ken Burns did.
And it's like got on-camera interviews with Frieza talking about the fight.
This little monkey. Well, basically he bit the shit out of me for an hour. And then I turned gold and that was it.
Because that's all that happens. Like Frieza.
Yeah.
Frieza then like he does do the I like this transformation and the way that Frieza transformed, it just felt like I'm being beaten by the hands of this goddamn monkey. He's just like, don't you know who I am? I'm Golden Frieza.
I don't feel good when Frieza calls him a monkey.
No, and you're not supposed to.
I don't like it at all.
You're not supposed to.
I know. I feel bad like even saying it for these little bits of skits.
You know what, Aaron? I will. Mm-hmm. I hear you, and I will adjust my vocabulary to make you feel more comfortable.
So will I. I've been doing it too.
Let's just be more inclusive of our Saiyan listeners. We're
Of our
sorry,
Saiyan brethren.
Saiyan listeners. We're very sorry. If you identify as a Saiyan, look, we meant ill will. We were just quoting the movie and getting caught up in it, and we apologize.
Yes. We're sorry.
We will still host the Oscars, though. Okay.
Yeah, it's still up in the air.
We don't know. There's still a couple of weeks left, and we've got
Stranger things have
material ready.
happened.
We've got material ready, right, Aaron?
Yep, we've been writing the Oscars on spec. Mm-hmm. We've picked all the award winners. We hope they use, but we can change it. We've got alts.
It's mostly it's either Dragon Ball or My Hero 2 Heroes.
Yeah, those are the two winners of everything.
They've swept the categories. And of course, Bird Box.
Bird Box, Sandy she's always going to get that best leading actress.
She always does. Whenever she shows up, every year she shows up, it's just like, all right, everybody.
She's going to blindside you with it.
Oh. I think that's Kevin Hart's opener.
So they're transformed. Mm-hmm. And they take a hot second to think of a new name. They're like, it's very important.
Because this is also the first time that this fusion of Vegeta and Goku are canon, right? Because all the other instances that they've fused, one was in GT, the other was in that, it was that movie that I haven't seen yet, but they call it back to one of the attacks that Gogeta uses. They land on the name Gogeta.
A delicious cheese.
A delicious cheese.
It's of Goku, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I got real, like, throughout this entire film, I felt like my skin was electrified. And then seeing that, I was like, oh, I don't know if my body can take much more awesome at this point. And it did. I survived. But not a lot is going to compare to how awesome this is. Like Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, that, I don't know. Is he going to fuse with the Hulk? I don't know. But there should be a fusion in every movie now.
Yeah, that's what we need. We want two characters coming together to be one.
Yeah.
They fuse, they go all the way back up to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and they're gonna kill Broly. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
And
that's where we get the interdimensional fight that you spoke of earlier. Like, how many different layers of animation are they gonna put into this thing? Because we have hand-drawn mixed with CG in spots, and then they did, like, this whole interdimensional fight was in CG, and that made so much sense. It was perfect.
It was really good. It wasn't like there was rarely a time where I'm like, well, that looks gross.
Yeah. Or
CG.
They just kind of made, like, you know how sometimes in anime movies, big clashes don't have the same weight that they should? Like, either in the series or in a movie, sometimes, like, the big attacks don't feel big because of the scale that they're fighting on. With that scene in particular, like, they are, in my mind, probably shattering other realities. Like, shattering whole other universes as they're fighting.
I know the other universes came back, but they gone now.
Yeah, they're gone. Jiren who?
Khalifa.
Oh, yeah.
Out of here.
Out of here. He got knocked out of the park. Those three wolves from Super.
Yeah.
They're howling at the moon.
Of death. Of non-existence.
They have no choice now, but they're going to finish this fight because Broly has been proven to be a danger.
Yeah. As again, like we know King Vegeta, he sent him off out of jealousy, but kind of right.
Yeah. The whole universe is at risk as long as Broly is alive because he cannot control his immense power. So that's where Chilai and Lemo come back because they've gotten paid. No, they could just leave. But Chilai, she's got to save her man.
She steals the Dragon Balls, forces one of the Frieza's counselors to summon the dragon and make a wish. And the wish she does is that she wishes that Broly gets sent back to his home planet right before he gets blasted to nothing.
Yeah. It's going to be the final Kamehameha. Also, the most badass of team moves that Goku and Vegeta could do is the final Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Broly is whisked away back to his home planet.
Frieza leaves in a huff.
Yeah. Frieza does literally leave in a golden huff.
Man. Yeah, and then we kind of just follow Chile and Lemo.
Yeah.
And like, what are we doing? She's like, well, I'm going to go back to Vampa. and hang out with my boys. And Lima's like, I got nothing else to do. We're wanted by the cops and the Frieza Force. We're kind of fucked.
Yeah, and Chilai's like, yeah, nobody's gonna come messing with us if we've got Broly on our side. And I'm like,
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah,
very smart.
I mean, but also shit planet.
Very shit planet.
I don't know what I would do. I think Lima's just like he's just a casual dude. Mm-hmm. He just kind of goes with the flow. Cause it's like, hey, I'm going to go. Do you want to live with me and my boyfriend who I just met and we're definitely going to fucking break up in like 3 weeks? Do you want to live with us on this completely, barely hospitable planet, barely livable planet? It's like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's like, what else was I going to do? Surf? I don't know.
I mean, my meth ring has gone down and let's go. Yeah, why not?
And then I really did. I was very happy with the ending. Like the way that it all wrapped up. So like Chilai and Lemo, they're on the planet with Broly. They're both like, we definitely don't have enough supplies. This is not going to go well.
I can't eat this bug.
I think Lemo tries it. He goes like, Chilai tries it. She's like, sour, but I guess it's the only thing you've got. Lemo tries it and gags and nearly dies.
Yeah. Well, different species.
Different species, different tastes.
Different taste buds. Yeah.
And then
It'd be delicious to me. I don't know.
And then we hear a familiar sound of instant transmission. So you know who there. It's Goku. And he drops by with a care package from Bulma. Hey, like, I don't want to be your enemy. Like, I just want to maybe come back every now and again and fight with Broly.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all I want.
Yeah.
Simple Goku.
I just want to train with him and show him some new things that he doesn't really know yet. And Broly kind of like, he's like, oh, okay. But he doesn't say
I like
anything.
that, I guess.
Yeah. Broly's devastatingly silent, and I think it adds to his character in a way that's really cool.
Broly should no speak.
Yeah, he shouldn't speak.
Broly's are seen, not heard.
Broly should be seen, not heard. Mm-hmm. He's a Milford man.
He brings capsules to get a little house going. A little upset that they didn't have the words BOM pop up.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. But look,
come on, for me personally,
that would have just been for us, Aaron, because we're still in the point where the capsules do that.
But that's it.
Yeah,
they find out Goku's name, and then like that weird I'm Goku, but Broly, you can call me Kakarot.
I was like, this is a Goku that gets it. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are, like you said, the only 3 remaining Saiyan-born Saiyans that we know of. I think they do. I think in Super we do meet Vegeta's brother, Tarple, I think is his name. Mm-hmm. So that's it. There are 4 now. 4 left that we know of.
Yeah, so I can see why he'd be like, yeah, all the Saiyans should live.
Yeah.
How about my people who I don't really care about, though? Because I don't care about anyone but me.
But that, again, is also a little bit more character development that we usually get from Goku. And they were able to squeeze it into this movie where they had to do all these things. They had to make it fun. They had to make it accessible. But then they managed to give us an hours-long fight scene. Like, that usually doesn't happen in those movies. Like, even in My Hero Academia, there was no hour-long fight scene. They peppered in a bunch of fights throughout the film. So by the end, you got enough. Mm-hmm. And when they did a double Detroit Smash, like,
and again, I came into this movie knowing that, like, I'm like, it wasn't going to be like, here's some big revelations about these characters, and it's going to be this, like, big character study of everyone. But I'm like, give me those good fights. That's what they knew. That's what they had to deliver on.
Yeah.
And everything else is just like, okay, we got to support this in a way. And like I said, it's not, again, I think you're way more into it than I was.
100%.
But it's still, and like, I don't know, man, I'm getting excited. I'm like, fuck, I want to watch this again. Talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to watch this again.
Yeah. I also would not hate if they reanimated some of those, like some of the stuff in Z to have this kind of animation style. Mm-hmm. We've seen original Z, now Z Kai. which kind of cleaned everything up, but I think sanitized some of it too much from what I've seen. But if they did another one, if they did another remaster of Z and they put this filter on it, oh boy, howdy.
I would not. So like they did with Sailor Moon Crystal. Basically, you're talking about a remake.
Yeah, I kind of would like a remake in that style.
In this nice film fight style.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. I wouldn't hate it.
Imagine the savagery that would be, examined in the Cell Saga if it all looked like this.
Oh, man.
Like, right? Like when Gohan goes ham on those Cell Juniors, ripping them in half with kicks and punches in this style.
Imagine the camera work as everyone's flying around Vegeta in his great ape form.
Yup. Oh man. Or I'll take adult Goku fighting Tien and Piccolo in the Tenkaichi tournament with this kind of style. Like they could do a lot with when it's more grounded. You know what I mean? So that's all. Look, if you're listening, Toriyama,
Please make this happen somehow.
Please make this happen. Maybe a limited run just for us, just for the pod.
Take
a little exclusive.
Take our meager request, our not financially devastating request.
It would not take many years to accomplish and to do right. So we know.
Get on it. Nights and weekends, man.
Nights and weekends.
It's that's your side hustle.
Never stops.
We got to do it.
Yeah, we do it.
We're overworked. Why not you?
The American way. But I don't know. I didn't stay through the entire credits.
Nothing happened. Nothing
happens. Just some nice credits.
Yeah, some nice credits. Credit where credit was due.
I didn't know if they had like an extra gag at the end of like Frieza returning to the Frieza Force, battered but not bruised, and somebody saying, "Lord Frieza, did you get taller?"
And then winks at the camera.
Exactly. That's it.
Man, what a very good movie.
It was a very, very good movie. I'm really all about it. I can't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it, do your best to see it. I don't know if it'll still be in theaters.
There's definitely, of course, there are bits that you'll get and appreciate more if you've seen Super. I would dare say you could go into this without watching Super.
We didn't really watch any of Super. We just know the main beats.
We just kind of know.
We know it. We know the main beats. But I think there's probably a lot more referential stuff to Super that we didn't get, maybe.
Oh, sure.
I don't know. If you've watched the old Broly movies, if you've gone through and seen some of Z, even if you're not a diehard, this is still, I think, worth a watch.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get a ton of enjoyment from it.
It's just an impressive thing to see. And if you
and that's definitely part of it. It's a feat of Dragon Ball.
Yes.
To be this popular in a different country still. To be able to say, okay, here's the animation that everyone's been clamoring for.
Here's the character you've all been begging to be made real. Like here are these images and motifs that we're bringing back in this really cool way. And it feels like it's just for you. I know anime will have made it once One Piece gets its theatrical, U.S. debut. That's when we'll really know anime is mainstream. But we still have to hold out hope. The wait is worth it. And if you're just getting into Dragon Ball now, you've got a lot to go back to. And that's where we come in.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you enjoyed this episode of us deep diving into this movie, I think you'll really enjoy some of the deep diving we go into the earlier, more truncated 30-minute episodes of Dragon Ball, the original anime from the 80s that we've been watching. If you're new, thanks for checking this out. If you're an oldie and a goodie, thanks for coming back and joining us on this special day where we talked about the movie that we were so excited to see.
All our stuff. You can go to kamehouseparty.com. You You can subscribe to the podcast. We got a bunch of clips. You can find out more. We got our whole archive there. And it's a good way to share the podcast with other people. Even if you just stumbled upon it on this episode, tell your friends.
And if you got like that stubborn friend that's like, I don't know if I want to go see that movie, or like anime movies, and I'll wait. Give them this podcast, like this episode of the show, and be like, no, this is why you need to go see it.
Yeah. Hey, man, I know you're reticent about this 1.5-hour movie, but I think I can change your mind with this 2-hour podcast.
Look, time plus time equals money.
Make this bigger commitment so you can make this smaller commitment.
Pretty much. That's our whole thing, Aaron. Make a big commitment.
Yeah. That's our business model, and it's been working. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It was good to finally get this off this movie out of our brains and commingle with each other. And
we have now our thoughts recorded forever. So you can listen to me not get the date right 7 times in a row of the movie that I claim that I will never forget. And you know what? Whatever you got going on in 2019, you got goals, you got resolutions, you got other things, you gotta keep fighting.